Thank you for joining me tonight. This is going to be a reading for Taurus for Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the period of April the 15th to the 30th. Okay, let's see what messages we have for Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, what I can see here for you right now is that you're in a situation that's quite, it's quite a story here. Okay, so right now you're in a position where you could be trying to, don't shoot the messenger, Taurus, but you could be in a situation where you're trying to avoid taking responsibility for something. Okay, there could be something you're trying to like beat the system, if you will. There's something that you're up to here, or trying to do anyway, but you're actually not becoming terribly successful with it because there's a lot of stuff falling apart around you. Okay, so you're trying to avoid consequences. And right now, all that's coming down around you are consequences. So your efforts to avoid consequences are not going well, to say the least. Okay, so the consequences are coming for you here big time. Like there are, it's so overwhelming that you're actually, thinking of just sort of taking off. Like, to be honest, you've got this Six of Swords here where you're just like, you know what? That was really intense. All of this stuff changing in my life was really intense. And I didn't really plan on, I didn't really want to take responsibility, or I wasn't really prepared for these consequences, or, I wasn't really planning on holding myself accountable to the absolute degree of truth that is all around me right now. But here I am. And the thing that you're thinking of is, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of here now? I'm out of here. It's not even how do I get out of here. It's like you're on that first canoe out. So it's interesting because you also have the Hermit card in reverse. So you're not only planning on getting the heck out of here, but you're also planning on hiding wherever you get to, whenever you go on this little trip, metaphorically speaking, want to escape all of this action. You're planning on getting out of there and then hiding, and not hiding in a way that is productive. When the Hermit card is upright, that speaks of solitude that brings about wisdom. So this in the reverse position suggests that you're going to take the time potentially, but not use it productively. You're not going to use it in a way where you're going to gain wisdom. You're doing this to avoid consequences. You're really taking the message of the Hermit in the sense that, you're going to be hiding out and in solitude, but you're doing it to avoid consequences. Now, I can see that in the past, you were very emotional and very sensitive, and also very intuitive about a situation. So you may have seen this all going down, which is why you're trying to avoid consequences with the King of Swords in reverse. You're also, trying to beat the system. You're trying to get away with something, Taurus. Don't shoot the messenger, but something happened and you're really trying to avoid the outcome. And the outcome has arrived. The tower is falling. So your mindset is, I'm getting out of here. Okay, the tower's falling. Why am I sticking around? From the ashes, of this tower will be the land that you will form a new beginning. But your mindset is, no thanks, I'm just going to get out of here. I'm going to hightail it. I feel the word hightailing. And then once you get to wherever you're going, you're sort of at the point where you're just like, I'm going to escape so I can hide because I don't want to face this. Okay? Because in the past, when I did face things and I was tapping into my intuition, I saw this whole situation happening, and now I'm trying to avoid it. Like, I knew this was going to happen. That's the energy, is like, I knew this was going to happen. Now, in the future, sort of the potentially immediate future, you're going to go through a period of nostalgia. So you're going to sort of feel really nostalgic about something in the past, and it could be whatever left here, or whatever, changed in this dynamic. In the future, you're sort of not going to let it go. You're sort of hanging on to it, and it's really on your mind, and you feel on the inside that you will recover from this. Like, on the inside, you're like, you know what, I've got this. I'm going to recover from it. Even though you're sort of running away from trying to like face the consequences, you do feel like you're going to be fine. I mean, that's at least what you keep telling yourself, is that I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. But what the rest of the world sees is that you're potentially not going to be okay, that you might really, again, these two cards are very similar in that, and they're both reversed for you, Taurus. So that suggests that, the outside manifestation of what you're going to present to the world here is that you're hiding. The world is going to see you as hiding, not healing. Hiding, not healing. Now, your biggest hope and fear is that, interesting, it's the Hanged Man. So that tells me that, your biggest hope is that one day you'll be able to sort of relax and trust in the universe. But it's also your biggest fear, because the idea of releasing control to you, Taurus, is really tricky. You really have a hard time with releasing attachment to how things are going to be in the end. Like, this idea of attachment to outcome is tricky for you. So that could be why, when you tapped into your intuition and you sort of could foresee how this situation that you're in was going to end, and that there would be consequences to face, or that you would have to sort of maybe try and skirt around things in a way that, it just didn't work out. Like, you're going to have to face this. Whatever this is, you're going to have to face it. Running away isn't going to do anything. The idea of this card here suggests that you want to get out of here so that you can, again, hide out. Like, you got a lot of hiding out cards. What you got? This one, and this one. These two in the reverse, and this one upright. So, the Hanged Man is your hope and fear. So it's like, there is a part of you that really wants to just relax and trust that all of this is going to amount to something, but you're also a bit resistant to that. You're afraid, you're feeling some anxiety, but it's your biggest hope that this will be okay. Because remember, we saw in terms of how you're feeling on the inside, there is a part of you that's like, I am going to recover from this. I am going to recover from this, and I'm going to be okay. So for your final outcome, you received the Emperor. So that's very interesting in light of this reading, because the Emperor really signifies a time where you're going to become quite effective and powerful in your own right, in the midst of facing a confrontation. Who are you? Are you a tyrant? Are you, the philosopher? Are you ideological? Who are you? When you meet the Emperor on your journey, it's really a time to confront your own inner resources, and to examine your sense of ethics and how to conduct your behavior accordingly, right? Especially if you're in a position of authority. So, Taurus, this has been a very interesting reading. Honestly, I think what's going on here for you is there's a situation that you knew something was going to come of this situation. You already knew how the story was going to end. And as a result, you've sort of like preemptively tried to skirt around the consequences here. So this could be with respect to a relationship. We did see Cups energy here. It also could be with respect to an inner struggle about something that happened remember, you're feeling nostalgic. So it could be something that happened in the past that you just haven't let go of yet. And, in your mind, you keep telling yourself, I'm recovering, but the rest of the world sort of sees you as hiding out. So it might be time to come out of the shadows, Taurus, and stop hiding. Don't run away. Face this for what it is and realize that you can ultimately trust that this is all part of the process for you, right? So I'm going to pull a word of encouragement here from a different deck. What are some words of encouragement for Taurus? Thank you. Treasure Island. The Treasure Island card is one of positive thinking. It's one of, manifesting abundance, having abundance appear as if from nowhere, right? Like financial gains, good fortune. This is an excellent card to get for you, Taurus, because this timeline has been, seemingly not full of positive thought. So what I'm feeling for you through the Treasure Island card is that you're getting a message here that you need to change how you're seeing things in terms of your perception of them, your mental perception. So first of all, hiding out, right? Running away and sort of using solitude as an excuse to just hide out. You've got a lot of cards indicating that. You have a resistance, a fear, but a longing for the vibe of the Hanged Man, where you do just trust that everything is part of the process. You are, in a situation where you're feeling nostalgic, which suggests you're thinking about the past. And if you're thinking about the past, you got to wonder, are you grateful for the present? Are you focused on what's good now? Or are you thinking about the past and sort of seeing the situation that is falling around you as being, something that you just don't want to face it. You don't want to face it. You would rather skirt the consequences. So it's interesting, you're really being asked to have an attitude that is grateful and views the everyday abundance that is surrounding you. So you're being called back to having positive thinking so that you can manifest abundance all around you. So whatever it is that you're feeling nostalgic about, you're being asked to sort of manifest a new vision for yourself by having positive thoughts moving forward. Okay, well, Taurus, this has been an interesting reading. If it has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. Okay, thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you again very soon for some more readings. Okay, take care.